Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jason with BashNRC 24/7. All right, so the rain has finally stopped for a little bit, and the road is dry. I haven't got this thing to the track to drive it since I got the new motor and new tires and body and everything. Other than the one time where the bearing went out after, like I said, after the first trip around the track. So I'm really trying to get down there, but it's been raining all of May. So, and with my schedule and everything, I've just been so busy. Excuse me. So I'm going to slap these road tires on here and just run it down my street here. It kind of I do I have a few other things I want to tell you guys about. One, the shock shaft had snapped on this thing, so I kind of rigged it up so that it would work. Finally got the shock shafts in the mail sometime over the past few days. I ain't been here, I've been out of town. Just got back today, so I'm gonna get that installed soon. But another thing, my brother had an old cell phone that's smaller and still happens to work. So it's got some issues with the screen, but it should do okay for GPS speed test. And I won't have to use my own personal phone or anything like that, or my girlfriend's or daughter's, none of that type of stuff. So hopefully that'll work out okay. That's real weird. You see that? I don't know if this is coming through on the video. I really don't know what that is, but okay. Anyway, that's actually I think that's a reflection of the trees. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna get the tires switched, and I'll be right back. All right, hold up. Well, yeah, it's unfortunately my phone was dying right as I was starting to make this video. I didn't really realize how low the battery had gotten. So it's gotten a little bit darker. It's about 8:15, so I got about 10 more minutes before it be too dark. But there should be enough time to get a few passes. I've been driving it a little bit. And I had this thing paired with a Ghoul RC remote because what I had originally paired it with was my Red Cat, but that thing takes 8 batteries, and that's batteries are expensive these days. So yeah, I switched it, and I'm gonna point out a few things. That Ghoul RC remote has always had issues. Um, the steering and throttle, normal and reverse, I think are reversed, and and if unless you, in most of the vehicles I put it in, if you shut the remote off before you shut the car off, the car will just like take off. If you're lucky, it'll just sit there and go. But I've had a few times where it's taken off in my hand. It caused me to get burns from the tires. I've had another time where it took off down the road, and luckily I was was able to switch it back on. Um, so yeah, so I don't recommend Ghoul RC for the remote. It's the same as a TG3, I think by All Star. But anyway, so I've only driven it a little bit. Plus, it kind of hesitates on throttle, and that may be the receiver that I have for it, which I have two. Both of them are pretty old. They've the antennas have been ripped off the tips of the actual antenna part, the part that you cut back to pick up the signal, and I've had to shorten it, which really doesn't affect it, I don't believe, as long as you get the correct length on the part that's exposed. Anyway, I don't know a whole lot about that, but maybe the other ones do fine, but I've had problems with it ever since the beginning. So I have switched it with my the remote from my DHK Optimus, because this is the vehicle that I will be racing, so I know this remote works really well. The range on it says 200 meters. I know they're both 2.4 gigahertz, have the same length antenna. I don't know why this one has a further range. Maybe it's a higher quality of something, I'm not sure. But anyway, let's get to it. I have this car, like I said, or this one's geared I think 43 or 46. I'm not sure what the spur gear is, but it's got a 17 tooth pinion, and it's a 2000 kV motor. I can tell it's got a lot more, torque or power, whatever you want to call it, but it's not as fast as the other one. The motor's just, it's not as fast a motor. This vehicle is heavier. I haven't weighed this one or the other one, but from picking them up, I can tell that the Mugen is heavier. Another thing with the Ghoul RC remote, the steering, if you reverse it, you have to do the trim. You got to do it backwards, which is a little more difficult, but you should be able to get it, straight. But anyway, it won't. The Ghoul RC, which I would have figured that would be something mechanical in the car, but the receiver and transmitter seem to have something to do with it also, because it's driving a lot straighter with this remote. So, all right, guys. Last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna do a couple passes. I'm looking into getting a GoPro so I can, do some better video recording for you guys. Because right now I just have these little clips thing that I have strapped on with zip ties or sometimes tape, whatever I have laying around at the time. I have 2 of them, so sometimes I have to switch them because I have several remotes, several cars I run, and that's kind of a pain in the butt. So I'm looking into getting a GoPro, and I'll let you guys know when I get that in. But all right, guys, here we go. This thing sounds really cool when I let off the throttle. You can hear like this whine noise. I don't know if it's supposed to do it or not, but sounds pretty cool. And so far so good with the 120 ESC, because I know these bigger motors are designed to run with 150 amp ESCs, but they do sell this motor with a 120 Ghoul RC 120, and they sell it with the it's another off-brand, but that they sell it's the black motor that doesn't have the fins, which I opted for this one with the fins because I think it looks better. It will have a better heat dissipation. So this thing's looking like about, right around 40, 42, something like that, which I think is going to be really good on the track. The Optimus is, it's doing 56, which is awesome, for street passes, street running, just bashing out here on the either hard dirt or the roadway, concrete, anything like that. But on the track, 56 would probably be a little bit out of control. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.